Shalom. Allah start off by giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the whole elect that's pushing this truth across four corners of the earth and all fair truth and sincerity. This I'm Abad back again in sitting. This one going to we're going to this picture I have right here. You see, you got the hand and the strings on the brain, on the mind, right? On the brain. So, I have this picture here because the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Shah, He has control of the minds of people. He controls, the outcome of situations, daily, when you wake up, which I don't get the scripture on that, and so forth, because you have people that think that they really in full control, or they got it all figured out, or they have some type of agenda, which the so-called white man Esau Edomite doubles, their new world order agenda, they want to, try to, get that, established. But the lawyer Howard Basham Shah, he's not gonna let them do it. He's gonna have them do. He has control. He's gonna have them to where they just gonna fulfill prophecy of the Bible. They, they just the lawyer Howard Basham Shah gonna have them, just fulfill his will, fulfill the Lord Yahweh Basham Shah will, because scripture say whoever resisted the Lord will, whoever resisted the Lord Yahweh Basham Shah's will, no one has resisted the Lord's will, So like I say, the Edomite does think that they think that NWO agenda plans are gonna come into full established or whatever, but it's not, the lawyer Howard Basham Shah has other plans, and that's the plans of fulfilling prophecy, of you Edomite devils, of your rulership, going down, bringing down y'all Edomites, y'all making these bad decisions to where it's gonna lead to the end of your wicked rulership, But I'm getting I'm gonna get some scriptures, to back this up. This Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Basham Shah, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So you go to the word heart right there. So the king's heart. So you go to the word heart right there. The Hebrew word right there is lob, which means your mind. So like I had that picture right there, with the hands, the hands and the strings in the mind on the brain. So that's the lawyer Howard Basham Shah controlling, I say, the outcome of people's direction. And he's in full control of these wicked, the so-called white man Esau Edomite devils that's in power, because they think that they think that they trying to be like the Most High. They think that they could outthink the Most High. They can outdo the Lord Yahweh Basham Shah. You can't. You ain't gonna outdo the Lord Yahweh Basham Shah. Because the Lord Yahweh Basham Shah is in control. He's in control of you. He created you. You can't outthink the Creator, try to outdo the Creator. So the Edomite devils, Lord Yahweh Basham Shah, he has them. He has Trump. That's that's the president. Trump. He's making these decisions, these bad decisions with with the Iran situation and so forth. And bringing bringing down the economy. Here in America, Babylon the Great, and people are feeling it. People are getting fed up. with the economy. The inflation of everything, high prices of food, gas, and so forth. Everything is going up. But as they say, when things go up, it got to come down. But what's gonna be up there is this economic system right now. With the dollar and so forth, it's gonna come crashing down. Eventually it could happen this year. The crash of all crashes. So the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's in control of Donald Trump's mind to make these decisions to where this economy is gonna come down crashing. And all hell gonna break loose out here, and you can see it coming. All complete hell is gonna break loose out here in America, Babylon the Great, in the cities. People out here gonna be losing their mind, because they can't afford. They're not gonna be able to afford to, buy these high priced groceries and gas and so forth. It's gonna be a whole bunch of people just really crashing out soon. Going forward, I say, people are already somewhere crashing out, but it's gonna get worse than what you see or what you hear, on social media or whatever. It's gonna get worse, man. So, the lawyer Howard Shai is in control, man. He has done Donald Trump making his move, so so this so-called white man Esau and my devils, rulership come crashing down, and these other nations, is gonna, they hate America, that they're looking at Trump sideways, a house divided cannot stand. So the so-called white man Esau and my devil's rulership, the Edomite rulership is going down because the Lord Yahweh Shai, he has control of the king's heart, mind, to fulfill prophecy, his will, and for the Edomite devil's rulership to go down, But I'll go from there. This is Job 33:15. In a dream, excuse me. Job 33:15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed. Verse 16. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. Verse 17. That he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man. So hey. When we go to sleep, hey, we might, before we lay down, just people in general, even me, you might say, hey, man, I'm going to do this tomorrow and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I had plans to do this, do that. But then, you go to sleep, as scripture say here, the scripture say, the Lord Yahweh Shai, hey, and once you go to sleep and lay down, he can put instructions in your head. He sealed your instructions in your head, what you going to do. You wake up, oh, man, I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. What I'm supposed to be doing today? But something else come in your mind. Oh, well, I guess I got to do this today or something. What, oh, no, well, I got to do this. What, it'll switch up because you think that you had plans. You had plans planned out before you lay down, but you wake up, something else pops up in your head, but you got to do or something. Another outcome comes about where you got to take care of what it may be, So that'd be Lord Yahweh Shai doing that. You think that you gotta, like I say, these proud people in America about Babylon the Great, these proud Edomite doubles, they think they got it all figured out. You really don't. You think that you're in real full control of your decision making throughout your life, and you're really not. It's the Lord Yahweh Shai really controls your outcome and your goings. Scripture say man goings is of the Lord. How can you understand his way? So, hey, that's what the Lord Yahweh Shai got Donald Trump doing. He made people looking at him looking at Trump like, why is he making these decisions, doing this and doing that? It's because Lord Yahweh is controlling him to do that. It's prophecy too, for the Edomite devils, for their rulership to go down. They gonna you got this proud devil Trump in office, trying to make America Babylon great again, trying to have America like to be the country everybody just bow down to or whatever, right? Trying to take over, try to be a dictator and take over everything, and other countries to bow down and be scared of America, And that's not the case. These other countries are not scared of America. They're looking at like, hey man, we got weapons too. You all that threatening, talking all that big boy shit, that shit over with. We got weapons too. We just shoot the damn missiles right at your ass. You shoot missiles, we're gonna shoot right back. We're gonna shoot them right back. You want to take it there. So that's what it is. And like we in those times of it, we seen it. The men of the Lord, the apostles, and the elders and brethren, great millstone, been teaching the word that's been teaching this word for years. Prophesying the downfall of this place, America, Babylon the Great. You starting to see it. And like I say, and it's the Lord Yahweh Shai. Like I say, He's in control. His words, is gonna come to his will and purpose, and His words gonna come to pass. And it's nothing that no one can do about it. These different idols and ideals, Baphomet, whatever these people worship out here ain't shit. That ain't the true power. They gonna know that there's a higher power than all this dark, dark, wicked, excuse me, these dark, wicked deities and stuff that these people out here worship and say, oh, bow down to a statue or whatever and praising it. That shit ain't got no power. The Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, He's in control. He's the one that makes. The scripture say He set up kings and we put set up kings and put them down kings. Roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, but the Lord Yahushua, He set up kings. He put them down kings. So He's in control. So like we in the time of seeing these so-called white people, Esau, Edomite doubles, going down. Because it's all because of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Shah. There's controlling Donald Trump to make these decisions. So that this place go down. So that America Babylon Great going down, seeing it going down. But go from there. It's on Proverbs 19:21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that shall stand. So you go to that word devices mean plans. And like I said earlier, the word heart in the Hebrew, the word is lob, which means your mind. So there are many plans in a man's heart, in many man's heart, but hey, it's the Lord Yahweh Shah counsel, His will, His word, is gonna stand. Like I say, these elites, Esau, so-called white people, devils, that's in power. They could write all these plans and whatever they want to try to achieve. Like I say, they wicked NWO agenda. Trying to be like the Most High, trying to get that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, mandatory, which is gonna happen. But they want to chip everybody and have control and this and that, But it ain't gonna fully come to pass like they want to, because Lord Yahushua is gonna return in the chariot so-called UFO, and bring down these so-called white people, these red devil Edomites out of power, and ultimately the thermonuclear missiles raining down on this place, America, Babylon the Great, and destroying everything you see here in America, Babylon the Great, So I didn't want to make this too long, hope this was edifying. So again, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Kakadash, to the apostle elders, to to the Sisakan brothers, to the few Aquaf sisters that do listen, keep the faith in Yahushua.